Have you ever felt like this? The harder you try to reach your goals, the further away they seem to become. You work longer hours. You think about your dreams every day. You visualize success. You push yourself to keep going. And yet somehow, the destination feels even more distant than before. After a while, a quiet question begins to appear. Am I not trying hard enough? Or is it possible that I'm trying too hard? In today's world, we are often told something simple. If you want something badly enough, you should focus on it constantly. Set clear goals. Visualize the future you want. Repeat affirmations. Push harder than everyone else. And for many people, this advice can be powerful. It gives us direction. It gives us motivation. It helps us begin the journey. But there is another side to the story that we rarely talk about. Sometimes, the more tightly we hold onto a goal, the heavier it begins to feel. And slowly, without noticing, our dreams turn into pressure. At first, effort feels exciting. You wake up early. You plan your future. You imagine the life you want to build. But over time, something subtle begins to change. Every day becomes a test. Am I doing enough? Am I moving fast enough? Why is it taking so long? The goal that once inspired you starts to follow you everywhere. And suddenly, even moments of rest begin to feel like failure. There is a strange paradox in life. The harder we try to control everything, the more tension we create. Psychologists sometimes call this the paradox of effort. Certain things in life, sleep, confidence, creativity, even happiness, often arrive more easily when we stop forcing them, not when we stop trying, but when we stop trying with tension. Ancient Taoist philosophy noticed something similar long ago. It described a way of acting called Wu Wei. Wu Wei is often translated as effortless action, but it does not mean doing nothing. It means acting without forcing life to move faster than it can. Think about water flowing in a river. When water meets a rock, it does not try to push the rock away. It simply flows around it. It continues moving forward without resistance, and eventually, it still reaches the ocean. Wu Wei reminds us that progress does not always come from pushing harder. Sometimes it comes from learning how to move with the rhythm of life. The philosopher Alan Watts describes something similar. He called it the backwards law. Sometimes, the more we chase a positive experience, the more we remind ourselves that we do not have it yet. The more we chase success, the more we feel behind. And slowly, the dream that once inspired us turns into a weight we carry every day. Perhaps the real problem was never effort itself. And perhaps the problem was never having goals. The difficulty begins when effort turns into pressure, when the future becomes something we try to control too tightly. But life rarely unfolds according to our schedule. Sometimes progress is fast. Sometimes it bends. Sometimes the road becomes quiet for a while. And yet, the journey continues. Maybe the purpose of a goal is not to control our lives. Maybe it is simply to give direction, to show us where to walk. But the journey itself is always taken the same way. One step, then another, and another. Not in the future, but here, in the step we take today. Perhaps the destination never moved. It was our attachment that made the road feel longer. Pause for a moment. Look back at how far you've come. And when you're ready, take the next step quietly. This is White Diary, where we sit quietly with the deeper questions of life.